Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is September 19th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. Here is the state of California. We got the upper level low with this right now. It is off the central coastline. It's bringing active thunderstorms as we speak. We're going to go over that in a lot of detail here this morning. You can also see the ridge developing out over the Pacific Ocean, this strong jet stream racing across the Gulf of Alaska and pointing back down towards the Pacific Northwest. It's going to help bring a ridge and really warm us up as we go through the extended forecast. Then we'll take a look at the extended forecast and see what else is in store for us as well as we go through the video this morning. Taking a look at what is going on right now, you can see the upper level low centered right over Central California. Let's put on the lightning strike activity here. And as we scroll through the last night, this morning, look at all the thunderstorms ongoing. San Joaquin Valley, Central Coastal Range. A lot of you are probably being woken up if you are in this area from all this lightning activity. That's going to continue for today and on in through tomorrow as this slow moving upper level low continues to pivot off to the east. And let's scroll all the way back through yesterday. Look at all those thunderstorms blossom across the Sierra Nevada. Lake Tahoe got hit with a couple rounds as well. Then we go through the overnight hours into where we are this morning. Thunderstorms still ongoing. Now, looking at the upper levels of the atmosphere, I like to show the actual temperature sometimes. This is 500 millibars, so we're about 18,000 feet. We picked that because it's about halfway up in the atmosphere, and it gives us a really nice idea of what is going on and where ridges and troughs are. So we've got this very chilly upper level low. Some of these temperatures are approaching record low values for this time of year, and I pulled up the Vandenberg location here in a moment. So just remember minus 18. Some of these have been showing minus 19 at times as we scroll on in through the next couple of days. But you can see that for September, about this time of year, you're looking at the daily min temperatures over here. And if I scroll through there, you can kind of see that you're doing minus 17, minus 18. So we're right there. Average temperatures for this time of year are obviously much warmer. Then you can see where we were dealing with ridges and the record high temperatures are at least at 500 millibars there. So kind of interesting, very chilly and very unique upper level low. Rain chances for Friday. Look at this Big Bear Lake, and even some of the Los Angeles and the San Diego metro are under the gun for some of these thunderstorms drifting out. And if nothing else, then the foothill communities have better chances as well. You can see Riverside 1 in 3 chance, Big Bear Lake 61% chance. Nice stuff from the National Weather Service San Diego. Here's a probability of thunder today. You could get some additional thunderstorms developing on the Sierra Nevada, so don't sleep on that. Looks like it should not be impacting the Park Fire Burn Scar area right now. And this is Hanford National Weather Service. Look at the I-5 corridor is included. A lot of the coastal range, King City, San Miguel, California Valley, for example. And as we go through tomorrow, it's going to be including Southern California, like I mentioned. I want to kind of drive home that point. You want to see some thunderstorm activity across the higher terrain. We also have some of these burn scar areas, like the Apache burn scar, the Hurricane burn scar, and there's I-5. We have the flood watch for these areas with some of these slow-moving, heavy rainfall makers and prolific lightning producers. Highest threat between 1 p.m. and 11 p.m. for today. And check it out. The excessive rainfall outlook is paying attention to California. We have a little bit of a token marginal there for some of the coastal range as we go through today. And then for tomorrow, some of the desert areas, some of the higher terrain. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us here. It's going to be hit and miss, but some areas could see that heavy rainfall. And this is the rain chances Friday. Las Vegas National Weather Service is paying attention. Check it out. Baker, what is that? 50% chance. I can't read it. They blocked it off, but you can see the upper low that will be with us. Las Vegas even has a chance of thunderstorms as well. Look at Death Valley, 1 in 4 chance. So if we take a look at the European, it's handling this fairly decent. This is where we are this morning and is picking up some of that lightning activity. You can see this continue to move down to the east and include some of the higher terrain of Southern California. Some of these are going to try to drift out over the lower elevations as well at times. And you can see the coverage for the desert areas, places like Las Vegas and Death Valley and western Arizona as we go on in through Friday night. And the system finally kicks out of here. And just kind of lining things up with the SPC. You can see they agree with the thunderstorm activity today and tomorrow, and then kicking off by the time we get towards Saturday. So I picked this station here. It looks like Peach Road. This is 101, and this should be near where the thunderstorms are selected. You can see the thunderstorm activity here last night. Look, it was picking up all these lightning strikes. It tells you when it happened. It tells you how far away it was. And if I close that out, you can see this updating as we speak. Lightning last detected 11 minutes ago now. Look at this heavy rainfall occurring occurring. So yeah, these stations are extremely fun. This is one of the best stations you can buy for the price. So click on that link down below to save 10% off. I worked with weather stations for much of my life, including professionally with the National Weather Service, and I really enjoy this station. It's the one I check the most at home. Now, taking a look at composite reflectivity here. I put this into motion to kind of show you what's going on. You can see this activity as we go through this morning, and it's going to be redeveloping across some of the higher terrain as we go all the way on in through tonight. And then Friday, get a little bit of a break Friday morning, but then these redevelop as we go through Friday afternoon, potentially trying to move out of the north and the northeast back across some of the lower elevations of Southern California, where it's much more populated out there. And then you see the upper levels of the atmosphere kicking off to the east. And just one more time with the snowfall here. You could still get some snow for the higher terrain. It's still pretty chilly out there, but that should be wrapping up as we go through tonight and the system moves off. We should not be dealing with any more snowfall at the higher terrain. And again, this is only for the very highest elevations, generally, 8, 9, 10,000 feet or above, and it shouldn't be sticking too much on the roads. So looking at last night's 500 millibar heights, you can see the upper level low with us, but you also see as this kicks off, look at this ridge just building here. So this is going to warm us up a bit. Strong jet stream ridge all the way up into the Pacific Northwest, Gulf of Alaska troughing out there. So kind of typical early fall pattern showing up there. And then this European's been bringing this trough a little bit closer to the coastline here. So we'll be watching that closely here as we go into the next couple of days, because the models are so wishy-washy back and forth with ridging and troughing as we look at the extended forecast. You don't want to get caught up in it too much just yet. So looking at daily 2-meter max temperature for today, and you can see the upper level low kind of suppressing temperatures across some of the San Joaquin Valley and even some of the desert areas for the next couple of days. This is for tomorrow. But by the time we go towards Saturday, Sunday, Monday, look at this. We're starting to bounce back up into the upper 90s. Death Valley about 110. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The heat is going to probably be with us as we go on into the upcoming week here. And taking a look here at fire smoke, let me update this because this is actively running as we speak, the 12Z high resolution rapid refresh. Put this into motion and you can see, I think this is either the park or the bridge fire. I'm getting confused right now which one that is, but you can see it does produce some fire here, fire smoke today, but relatively speaking, the entire state is doing quite well for where you can be at this time of year. It flares up one more time here again tomorrow afternoon also. So, okay, so the bridge fire is here, and there is the line fire. There's Riverside, there's Anaheim, there's San Diego down here. So, yeah, okay. Now, taking a look at the European mean sea level pressure, let's put this into motion here and see what we've got coming up through the extended forecast. This is yesterday afternoon's European run. Mainly what I'm looking for here is any kind of big ridge of high pressure that could drive an offshore wind event or any kind of tropical cyclone activity that could start to make its way back up into the southwest USA. So we scroll off into the extended a little bit here. We start to go off in towards the weekend, and now we're going on in towards the early portion of next week. Let's go ahead and do that. And you can see we do get some of this higher pressure here. That could start to bring some offshore wind. This isn't an exceptionally strong event, but it bears watching just to kind of see what's going to go on here. You can kind of see we do have a decent gradient unfolding, 4-8 millibars. We'll see how that turns out. And then also I noticed something here. The tropical cyclone development has been showing up in the GFS and the European. This is the European, but this is going out about 180 hours. So you take that with a grain of salt as of right now. So yeah, a couple interesting things we got to watch here coming up. Maybe some sort of an offshore wind event showing up and maybe a tropical cyclone starting to get going as we go through next week. We'll be revisiting that daily. Nothing to get too worried about just yet. And here's the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Above average for much of the west. No surprise. The ridging will be dominating. And we got the below normal precipitation values. And if you want to buy one of these moisture wicking t-shirts are quite nice. And I can personally vouch to the men's hoodie as well. Very good quality. And you can see I've got my Dust Devil moisture wicking t-shirt on today. So if you want to help support the channel, click on the store down below to order one of those. But yeah, otherwise we'll break this all again down tomorrow. We'll take a look at where the thunderstorms occurred today, tomorrow morning. And I hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys then.